Hello everyone, movie recap here. Today we are going to recap Deadpool. Ajax, a twisted scientist, experiments on Wade Wilson, a mercenary, to cure him of cancer and give him healing powers. However, the experiment leaves Wade disfigured and he decides to exact revenge. Spoilers ahead. The movie opens with Deadpool sitting in the back seat of a taxi, bored. He moves forward to have a conversation with Dopinder, the cab driver. When Dopinder is questioned by Deadpool about a picture of a woman in his car, Dopinder replies that she was his girlfriend up until he lost her to his cousin. Deadpool then takes Dopinder to the center of a bridge, where he robs him of his cab fee. Deadpool makes jokes about fondling Wolverine's balls in order to get his own movie as he waits on top of a bridge for his prey. When a convoy of vans arrives, he sees them coming and climbs inside one of them before kicking all the thugs inside the van, creating an accident that kills other bad guys. Deadpool's main adversary is Ajax, who both grants him his abilities and dreadfully alters his appearance. All of the vans crash to the end of the bridge, where one criminal has his head severed with a chain and another has his body splattered on a road sign. When Colossus at Xavier's school for gifted children sees the carnage happening on the news, he asks Negasonic Teenage Warhead to help him capture Deadpool. Deadpool is annoyed that he only has 12 rounds left in his gun and that he left his bag of weapons at home. Despite accidentally missing a few bullets, he manages to kill 3 criminals with 1 round by keeping track of how many rounds he fires at each one. One final criminal approaches Deadpool with 2 knives, but Deadpool quickly skewers him. Then Deadpool clarifies that this is a different kind of superhero film and that we must go back in order for him to tell the story properly. Wade Wilson was a mercenary residing in New York City a year ago. He accepts a position where he must use threats to convince a pizza delivery kid to quit following a girl. When the girl thanks him and refers to him as her hero when his duty is finished, Wade immediately clarifies that he is not that. Wade visits Weasel's bar, which he works at. Wade asks for a drink called BJ and has the bartender send it to a huge thug while pretending it came from another man. This causes a bar fight where patrons wager on other people's deaths, known as the Deadpool, which starts a fight. Wade meets Vanessa, a call girl in this bar. They connect over their strange, chaotic lifestyles before beginning an intimate relationship that develops into a loving one. Until he is told he has cancer in his liver, lungs, prostate, and brain, Wade is really joyful. He is more worried about Vanessa than he is about himself. Weasel informs him that a man sitting in the corner is looking for him at the bar. He introduces himself as the recruiter and claims to work for a clinic that can not only cure Wade of his cancer but also grant him superhuman abilities. Wade accepts the card that the recruiter offers him despite his hesitation. When Deadpool spots Ajax approaching him on a motorcycle in the present, he tosses his katana at the vehicle, forcing Ajax to fall off and crash. With the other blade, Deadpool impales Ajax, but because he is a mutant, the blade doesn't kill him. To let Ajax identify him as Wade Wilson, Deadpool lowers his mask, revealing his scars. Then Colossus and Negasonic show up. Because Deadpool is causing so much trouble, Colossus tries to convince him to join the X-Men, but Deadpool rejects the offer. Ajax flees as he turns his back. Deadpool attempts to strike Colossus in a fit of fury but instead breaks his foot and both hands. Deadpool is handcuffed by Colossus to the wrist, but he decides to cut off his hand and run away in a garbage truck, leaving his remaining hand to give Colossus the finger. We rewind to the time when Wade decided to get cured in order to save Vanessa, abandoning her all alone in the middle of the night and never coming back. He and his friend Angel Dust visit the location where they first encounter Ajax. Ajax claims that in order for Wade's cells to begin healing, great stress must be applied to him in order for the mutant cells to come into action. Until Ajax informs Wade that they are turning him into a super slave to be sold elsewhere at auction, Wade is subjected to various forms of torture. When Wade discovers that Ajax's real name is Francis, he makes fun of him. Wade is shackled by Ajax and placed in a chamber without oxygen. His face and skin begin to splotch, leaving him deformed. Wade's cancer has been cured, Ajax informs him as he opens the chamber. Angel's match is taken from her mouth by Wade, who also headbutts her. He throws it near the oxygen vent, lighting it, and an explosion occurs in the lab. Wade engages Ajax in combat when he descends to discover what has happened. Despite his increased strength, Ajax still manages to impale Wade with a bar, leaving it twisted. As the building collapses around Wade, Ajax departs. Wade is shocked by his appearance when he awakens. He wears a hood over his head as he strolls through through the streets, but others who see him find him unsettling. This causes him to be concerned about what Vanessa would think if she sees him, so he entirely avoids her. Wade goes to see Weasel, who is also repulsed by his appearance and cracks a few jokes. In order to restore his face, Weasel advises Wade to build a suit and mask to disguise himself while he returns to look for Ajax. Wade decides to adopt the moniker Deadpool and launches his quest to track down Ajax by eliminating his thugs until he locates him. Before Deadpool murders Ajax, the recruiter tells him all he knows about the whereabouts of Ajax. Wade has made the decision to stay with Al, a blind woman, throughout this time. When Deadpool returns to his and Al's home on the garbage truck and the film eventually jumps to the present, his hand has begun to slowly regrow. In an effort to find Deadpool, Ajax and Angel visit Weasel's tavern. Weasel is grabbed by the throat by Angel, but Ajax and the other occupants of the tavern are now being fired upon. A photo of Wade and Vanessa together is discovered before they go. Wade visits the strip club where Vanessa works but remains afraid to confront her despite being told to just face her himself. A co-worker of Vanessa's informs her that her ex-boyfriend is searching for her in the backyard. She goes outdoors and sees Ajax instead of Wade. Angel and he take her. Wade searches the backyard for her but only discovers her handbag, alerting him to her abduction. Wade is furious and gathers all of his weapons before heading to the X-Mansion to ask Colossus and Negasonic for assistance in getting Vanessa back and stopping Ajax. To get to Ajax's location, the mutants ride in Dopinder's taxi. Deadpool hears a cry coming from the trunk as they hit a bump. Dopinder acknowledges abducting his relative. Deadpool silently congratulates Dopinder while feigning horror. The three eventually locate Ajax in a junkyard. While Colossus and Negasonic battle Angel, Deadpool charges toward the thugs. She pushes Colossus away, as a powerful Negasonic charges at Angel. In order to make fun of Francis, Deadpool decimates the thugs and uses their corpses to spell out his name. He approaches the aircraft carrier where Vanessa is being held by Ajax. She is placed in the same room as Wade. Ajax and Deadpool fight with their blades. As Colossus is nearly strangled by Angel with a bar, Negasonic unleashes a potent blast that knocks Angel off balance and obliterates the carrier. As it begins to crumble, several freight containers fall. While Deadpool makes sure Vanessa lands safely, Colossus transports Negasonic. The carrier then totally collapses. Deadpool continues to fight Ajax until Deadpool has him pinned down. Ajax chuckles and claims there has never been a treatment for it as Deadpool points his gun at his head and orders him to fix his face. Deadpool is about to kill Ajax when Colossus interrupts and begins to give a dramatic speech about how the hero chose to save his enemy's life. After getting weary of the lecture, Deadpool simply shoots Ajax in the head, causing Colossus to throw up. After that, Deadpool confronts Vanessa and says he's sorry for leaving her. He is wearing a cutout of Hugh Jackman's face when she takes off his mask to reveal his face. She acknowledges that she will eventually get used to seeing his true face. As the film comes to a close, they kiss and Deadpool says goodbye. Deadpool makes an appearance in his bathrobe after the credits and pulls a Ferris Bueller by urging the audience to leave. He then returns and claims that the studio is attempting to cast Cable in a sequel. Deadpool turns to leave and exclaims, "Chica chica," as he does so. We really hope you enjoyed today's recap of Deadpool. Please leave a comment below on what you loved about the movie and why. Be sure to like the video and please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing so you don't miss any amazing content. Until next time, lights, camera, action. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.